Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for this hearing. Ms. Bondi, thank you so much for the visit to my office. A couple of things. First of all, congratulations on the nomination. And number two, a couple of Vermont things that we talked about. We're going to have a new U.S. attorney in the state of Vermont. And in the last Trump administration, the Justice Department in the Trump administration worked closely with Senator Leahy, Democrat, and with Governor Scott, Republican, and came up with a consensus choice. And I seek your assistance in helping make sure that we are successful in getting a very competent U.S. attorney in Vermont, and hopefully with the cooperation of Governor Scott, our Republican, as I mentioned, and Senator Sanders and me.
And Senator, as I discussed with you in our meeting, I look forward to working with you and cooperating with you and learning about many of the issues you have in Vermont.
And thank you. And then on that, by the way, one of the issues we talked about, we are one of 2 states that does not have a residential reentry program. That is outrageous in my mind. I know you worked on the First Step Act, but our federal judges, our federal prosecutors, our federal public defender are all in support of a residential reentry program. Our state and Hawaii are the only 2 states without it, and our justice system and officials believe that we need it. And I seek your energetic assistance in helping us get that residential reentry program.
Can I address that, Senator?
Yes, I'd like you to. Thank you.
Senator, I didn't realize that you were the only 2 states without a reentry program. We started that when I was a prosecutor, and those are so vitally important. One thing that I just learned is the Bureau of Prisons, 98% of people in the Bureau of Prisons will be released. They're not serving life sentences. So we must do everything we can when people are in prison to help rehabilitate them for when they get out. And that's why reentry is so
that's really
vital.
helpful.
But we tell people, get out of prison and become a productive member of society. Go get a job. Yet people don't know how to go find a driver's license.
I appreciate your help on that.
They don't know how to get to work.
So thank you very
Yes,
much.
Senator.
And I have confidence that you will do that given your history on the First Step Act and other things that you did. The next, I do have some concerns, not so much about you, but what President Trump has said about a desire on his part to go after what he considers to be political adversaries. You know, his own words, for instance, says that if he's elected, he'd seek to appoint a special prosecutor to go after Joe Biden. I assume you've had no discussion with President-elect Trump about that?
Absolutely not.
And he...
Nor against Senator Schiff. I'm looking at your next one.
Well, my colleague, Senator Schiff, who I think did an incredibly good job, President Biden had different points, or pardon me, President Trump had different views about that, where he said on a number of occasions that he should be prosecuted, that everybody on the January 6th committee should be prosecuted for their lies and treason. No discussion about that?
No, Senator.
And Liz Cheney also, he's said that she should be prosecuted for lies and treason as well?
We have had no discussions about Liz Cheney.
All right. And you've satisfied me that this is not an agenda you have. President Trump has satisfied me that when he says things that are pretty provocative, he's often serious. And as Senator Cruz wants, I want, and that is to have a Justice Department that is not going after people on the basis of them being political opponents. And my understanding, in listening to your answers to the questions along this line, is that you have no intention of pursuing people on the basis of them being a political opponent.
No one will be prosecuted, investigated because they are a political opponent. That's what we've seen for the last 4 years in this administration.
Well,
People will be prosecuted based on the facts and the law and fairly,
All
Senator.
right, that's good.
You
I
have my word.
disagree about the characterization of the past 4 years, but we don't have to discuss that with your assurance that the next 4 years, there'll be no effort on the part of the Justice Department to pursue political adversaries, right?
Every case will be done on a case-by-case basis. No one should be prosecuted
All right,
for
just
political purposes.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
I just have a couple of other things. One is the False Claims Act. Senator Grassley, thank you for that False Claims Act. In Vermont, there are incredible challenges for folks trying to get health care. It's really expensive. And there was a shocking report in the Wall Street Journal about a major insurer that is ripping off taxpayers by overbilling, overprescribing on Medicare Advantage, billions of dollars. And the report indicated that insurers are adding diagnosis basically to make money, not to help the patient, that insurers sent nurses to find diagnoses that doctors didn't find, that insurers got paid to cover patients who were already getting your coverage through the VA, and it adds up to billions of dollars, and Vermonters are struggling under the weight of incredibly expensive health care. The False Claims Act, Senator Grassley authored, is an area where the Attorney General can protect consumers against ripoffs. I'm not asking you to comment on this particular Wall Street report, but I want your assurance that in addition to fighting crime, and we're all for you doing that, you're going to be there protecting consumers and taxpayers from ripoffs.
Absolutely, Senator. When I was Attorney General, we went after a pharmaceutical company. It was Medicaid fraud. I can't remember the settlement value. It may even be ongoing, but it was a large number. And that, you know, people don't understand that's hurting the taxpayers of Florida, of Vermont.
So use that False Claims Act that we can thank Senator Grassley for. It's cold out there in Vermont. We need vigorous enforcement to protect taxpayers and Vermonters from ripoff charges. Thank you. I yield.